In the void beyond Earth's reach, an ancient armada known as the Exiratil emerged to subjugate humanity. Amid colossal starships and shimmering plasma blades, two souls, one human, one alien, found hope where none should exist. Their bond would rewrite the destiny of both races, igniting a legacy that burned brighter than any warship cannon. Commander Selene Drax leaned against the reinforced viewport of Astra Station's command deck, heart hammering against her ribs like a battle drum. Below, the moon's cratered surface lay silent, until the void above erupted into a kaleidoscope of alien shapes. Exiratil cruisers, each the size of a small city, drifted into formation. Their hulls shimmered with organic patterns, as if every ship were a single living organism. A hush fell over the station as millions of eyes across Earth's defense network fixed upon the invasion fleet. Selene's knuckles whitened on the console. "Report," she ordered, voice steady despite the tremor in her chest. Nav sensors flickered. Unknown energy signatures pulsed like heartbeat readings. "They're scanning us," her lieutenant whispered. "Prepping weapons locked down in 30 seconds. Outside, starship silhouettes edged closer. The station's power grid thrummed under the strain of emergency shields. In the briefing room, holographic projections depicted the hierarchy, a ruthless empire that consumed worlds for bioessence. Each cruiser leaked ghostly microtrails of shimmering matter, as if the ships exhaled poisoning stars themselves. Selene swallowed her fear. Beyond the terror, she sensed an undercurrent of something intangible, a faint resonance stirring within her core. She traced the energy waves on her console, puzzled. These readings didn't match any known weapon system. They felt alive. Across the deck, her crew watched her, waiting for orders. "Prepare the Orion Squadron," she commanded, voice forging steel. "We're showing them humanity still stands proud beneath the stars." Deep within the charred remains of the hostage colony on Epsilon 7, Lieutenant Mark Roswell intercepted a signal that defied all logic. His squad had swept through abandoned corridors, the air thick with smoldering gunpowder and the echoes of terrified screams. Then his comm unit crackled, not with enemy orders, but with a voice that seemed to emanate directly into his mind. "Killian, help me." Roswell froze, every fiber of his being vibrating with alarm. The voice was unmistakably human, laconic, weary, drenched in longing. Yet the colony's roster showed no survivors. He blinked at his helmet HUD. The signal pinpoint radiated from a collapsed tunnel, where Exiratil scouts had dismantled life support pods. How could a phantom voice come from an empty shaft? He tapped his helmet mic. "Control, I'm receiving an unexplained transmission. It's not hostile, but it's as human." Static swallowed the reply. Roswell advanced, rifle raised. The corridor narrowed to a jagged chasm of twisted metal. A pale glow pulsed overhead. He crouched beneath the filaments, and the voice returned, clearer this time. "I'm not alive, yet I dream of you." His breath caught. The words carried heartache and memory, as if an exile begged reconciliation. Beyond the rubble, a sleek scout ship's viewport shimmered. Through the glass he saw her, an alien figure, luminous skin patterned like river currents, eyes reflecting starlight. She reached a slender hand to the glass, lips moving silently. Roswell's finger twitched on the trigger. "Identify yourself," he rasped. A soft glow spread from her chest, spiraling outward like ripples on a pond. "I'm Kavarin," she said, her voice now audible. A melodic echo in his skull. "And I dream of peace between our worlds." Under the vaulted arches of the ruined Sanctum Cathedral on Arcadia 4, Selene Drax crept through the shadows. The stones beneath her boots crumbled, and every step echoed like judgment. She wore a patched flight suit in Earth's gray and silver, contrasting with Kavarin's shimmering cerulean skin. Between them hung the fragile threads of something extraordinary, an alliance forbidden by both empires. Kavarin's eyes held galaxies. "You risk everything for me," she said, her voice resonating through the cool air. Bioluminescent algae clung to the cathedral's pillars, casting emerald patterns across the marble floor. Celine closed the gap between them, her pulse thrumming with reckless hope. "I'd cross 1,000 galaxies if I had to," Celine replied, voice soft. "I believe in what we can achieve, together." Kavarin hesitated, slender fingers tracing a fissure in the ancient stone. "My council will never approve this. They see humanity as parasites, destruction incarnate." Selenin's jaw set. "They've never seen the heart of humanity. We fight, yes, but we also create. We love, we dream. That matters more than any war. Wad matters more than any war." She placed her hand over Kavarin's, feeling the warmth beneath the alien bioluminescence. A distant tremor rattled the cathedral's pillars. Then came the roar of Ixir-Til dreadnought engines, massive dark forms blotting out the starlight beyond collapsed walls. Kavarin's expression darkened. "They've traced my psychic broadcast. They know we're here." Celine drew her sidearm, features illuminated by the eerie green light. "Then let them come. We'll fight. For every bond I'd tear apart." Gunfire cracked across the courtyard as human marines surrounded Celine and Kavarin. Faces she'd once trusted contorted with betrayal, eyes cold as void. Major Torres, her second-in-command, stepped forward, rifle leveled unwaveringly. "You're under arrest for treason," he declared. His voice was grim, each word serrated by duty. Celine's heart fractured. She'd led these men into battle against Ixir-Til. They'd bled together beneath distant suns. "You call this duty?" she shouted, voice echoing off shattered masonry. "I stand with her because she showed me the truth. We're on the brink of something greater than conquest." Kavarin stood by her side, light pulsing from her chest in rapid staccato. "They fear what they cannot control," she added, voice laced with sorrow. "The union of our races would end this cycle of bloodshed." Torres' finger twitched. "Orders are orders. Stand down or you will be executed." Behind him, 20 rifles gleamed under the dying torches, soldiers bracing their rifles. Celine's mind raced. Each second birthed new panic, but also clarity. She drew her sidearm and dropped to one knee, eyes locked on Torres. "I won't fire on my own, but if you refuse to listen, if you choose slaughter over peace, I'll do what's necessary." Her words cut through the tension like a blade. A single shot rang out from nowhere and everywhere. Ixir-Til's shock troops poured through the collapsed wall, their plasma lances igniting the night. Chaos erupted. Marines dove for cover, screams mingling with alien roars. Celine grabbed Kavarin's hand. In that moment, love and war collided in a single breath. Above the battlefield, Orion Squadron emerged from warp in a symphony of thunder. Starfighters surged in tight V formations, engines trailing ribbons of cerulean plasma. Earthfleet's capital ships loomed overhead, iron leviathans bristling with turrets that spat pulses of light so bright they turned night into day. Celine and Kavarin regrouped amid the debris, eyes locked on the unfolding spectacle. Ground troops rallied behind them, human and alien alike, drawn by the courage of two renegades. The courtyard became an altar of unity, as fighter exhausts painted the sky in streaks of hope. "Fire on my mark!" Celine's voice carried over comms. "For every shot of hatred they hurled at us, we'll return a salvo of justice." The first salvo descended like a meteor shower. Ixir-Til dreadnoughts buckled under concentrated ion volleys, tendrils of superheated plasma erupting from structural weak points. Alien cruisers spiraled into the moon's surface, leaving craters that glowed like newborn stars. On the ground, human flamethrowers carved ribbons of fire through bio-armored shock troops. Kavarin channeled her psychic resonance, disrupting enemy formations from within. Soldiers paused in awe as waves of empathic energy pulsed outward, sowing confusion among their foes. Celine piloted a commandeered hover tank through the chaos, turret blazing. Each shot was a declaration. Humanity would not be enslaved. The combined forces advanced, relentless as a tidal wave. Curatil lines buckled under the unprecedented unity of human determination and alien ingenuity. In that crucible of war, love had forged an unbreakable alliance, one that shattered the invaders' myth of superiority and set the stage for a future neither species could have imagined alone. When the dust settled, the palace of the Curatil warlord lay in ruins. Pillars that once proclaimed imperial dominance collapsed into dust. Survivors, human refugees, and alien dissidents stood together beneath a single banner. Two hands clasped, one human, one alien, against a rising sun. Celine and Kavarin ascended the shattered dais. Around them, the murmurs of relief and sorrow blended into a single chord of rebirth. The warlord's throne sat empty, a silent tribute to a fallen tyranny. In its place, a council table fashioned from salvaged hull plating waited for signatures. "Today, we cast aside hatred," Celine proclaimed, voice rippling across the hushed crowd. "We choose collaboration over conquest, compassion over control." Kavarin stepped forward, her hand glowing softly. "We were told we must destroy one another to survive, but we are proof that life thrives on unity, not division. Let this pact be the first note in a symphony of hope." They signed the treaty together, ink merging into bioluminescent glyphs that pulsed with promise. The crowd erupted in cheers that shook the crater's walls. Fireworks of repurposed plasma shells arced across the dawn sky. Celine felt Kavarin's hand in hers, warmth radiating like a promise. They had gambled everything on a love deemed impossible. In its fiery crucible, they had forged a new legacy, a galaxy where humanity's indomitable spirit and the Curatil's ancient wisdom could guide the stars toward a brighter tomorrow. They came to end humanity, but found that love could end an empire instead. In the fusion of two hearts, the galaxy learned that the greatest conquest is unity, and the brightest fire burns where forbidden love ignites a legend.